So Reliance has been a long journey, and Reliance has always addressed country's needs at that point of time over last 50 years. So starting with textiles, then with petrochemicals and refining, then with telecom, and now with the new energy, which is where the country today needs maximum attention, and there is obviously maximum potential or maximum need. So that's where Reliance has been going, and I have been, of course, fortunate enough to be associated with this entire journey. So now the concentration is on new energy, solar, batteries, hydrogen, and so on, which is probably the industries of the future for next 20, 30, 40 years. The major difference between the earlier days and today is the fact that when we got into refining, or to a certain extent even the telecom, we were maybe 50 years, 20 years, 10 years behind the rest of the developed world in terms of technology. So what we were doing was essentially getting the technology from there and implementing that in India. New energy is something which is happening now. So today, India is still perhaps a little behind the world in terms of development, but that time lag is probably 1 year, 1.5 years, 2 years, and that's also shrinking as we get into developing these ideas further. So instead of following the world, now we are getting to a stage where we have to start creating this technology as along with the world. And so the responsibility is much more now. The opportunity is also much more now compared to what it was earlier. So when we talk about the new energy, there is a great potential to start working on new ideas and start developing new technologies that we can implement for the first time in India, which has not been done before anywhere. Most of the startups again have much better opportunities now because there are new things to be implemented, discovered, and sort of developed, as compared to what used to be in the earlier days when most of the technology was already developed. So you could only do incremental or some fine tuning to that. Whereas now you can actually create a new idea altogether. And that gets further sort of supported by the other technologies which are developing, whether related to telecommunication, whether related to AI, related to sort of image and video interpretations and large language models and things like that. So all those, integrating all that into the newer, what I would call more conventional technologies of the so-called new energy, that is, which is essentially based on still the chemical processes or physical processes, but integrating those processes to these new ideas is where startups can play a great role. And that doesn't require a great amount of resources in terms of money, people, material, machinery, etc. So that makes it even easier for startup to try out things which they couldn't earlier. The advices I would say is that there are a whole lot of opportunities, and more will be coming as the technologies develop. And if they can look at the existing the newer sort of activities that are happening in this field of new energy, and try to see where their ideas, whatever the ideas the startups have, how would they play an active role in that area, and how they can enhance the effectivity or efficiency of the new developments that are taking place. It would help them quickly to get involved, because when you have an established process or industry and then you want to introduce a new idea, it becomes more difficult. Here right now the new ideas are anyway getting implemented. So along with that, if you come up with a better idea or something that can add some value, it's much easier to get accepted by the industry or the new entrepreneurs to get involved into it. The challenge is, I would think, is still the fact that India is still not fundamentally totally self-sufficient in these new ideas, whether it's related to technologies of AI or electronics and chip manufacturing, or even manufacturing of advanced materials. We are still greatly dependent on external sort of imports coming from external world, and the focus has been shifting away from the Western world of US and Europe towards China. The challenge is going to be to make sure that we stay up to date, are able to source the necessary resources, and going forward create them ourselves so that our dependence on external sources is minimized. So JioGenNext has been obviously for last many years have been very active in encouraging startups and identifying potentially good startups and encouraging them, and of course finding them opportunities within Reliance as well as outside. And the focus of JioGenNext also has been shifting as the technology shift and the need of our shift. Different kind of startups are coming up. So I think going forward again, as the times change and as the requirements of the day changes, probably JioGenNext has to start looking at ideas or startups which are coming up with requirements that will be happening in days to come, rather than trying to solve an existing or a past problem. The main thing, I think, the opportunity in India for this is much more because it is a very new energy, and you have, new area where not too much of development has happened. Whatever has happened outside is already here. So India has probably for the first time an opportunity to actually take a very leading role and try to do something which has never been done elsewhere. In past it was not possible because we were actually following the world. Now we can actually be the sort of pioneers in this area, in some of these areas. And I think that I see that happening more and more activities happening in terms of doing some original research or original development, which wasn't possible in the past.